What is up, guys? Back here with another video. This time it's for Boruto chapter 52, the long-awaited chapter that everybody has been looking forward to. Guys, this chapter, honestly, I think it was actually pretty good. I wish we kind of got more fighting sequences, but I feel like for what we got, I feel like this is really good. So the chapter kind of starts off with Boruto and Ishiki kind of head to head, kind of Ishiki looking at Naruto in his new form, kind of questioning why he had this ace up his sleeve and why he never used it. After this, we kind of get this kind of funny moment where Kurama tells Naruto that this is kind of like nuclear fusion, and I'm not gonna lie, the second Kurama said nuclear fusion, I was like, come on, bro. Naruto is not gonna know what the fuck that means. He's gonna be mad dumb about it. I'm mad dumb about it. I ain't know what the fuck that shit is either. But you know what? We already know how Naruto is. He says, what the fuck is that, basically? And Kurama's like, yeah, forget it. You're still dumb as shit. And that's kind of how that panel, kind of read, for me, at least. And then you kind of get this, like, kind of face-off. Kind of Naruto looking at Ishiki, Ishiki looking at Naruto. You also got Boruto and Sasuke watching Naruto and being honestly flabbergasted by his whole new form. Something they both did not think he had. So then right after that, the scene starts. You get Naruto, he completely just elbows Ishiki. The second Ishiki tries running up on him, Ishiki hits the ground, and Sasuke's shocked because it was hard enough to even land a hit on Ishiki, but now Naruto's able to really like get his hits in. And so Ishiki gets up, he charges once again. Naruto's quick enough to be able to dodge back and kind of kick him and then punch him again. And then Ishiki ends up on the ground once again. So then after that little fighting sequence, we kind of see Sasuke having his little internal log, kind of being like, how is Naruto beating him? Like, just seeing the complete unbelievable sight that he is seeing at this moment. And then you get this one scene where Naruto uses the chakra arms, and he just, I don't know how these big, like, cubes that Ishiki dropped on them the last chapter, I don't know how they're floating, but Naruto gets his chakra hands and starts throwing them at freaking Ishiki. And then you get this scene where Sasuke goes, picks up Boruto, and then gets him out of the scene of the, well, not scene, well, yeah, I guess you could say, like, the scene of the fight, gets him away from it, because at the moment, Boruto's freaking KO'd, his freaking arms broken, barely even conscious, and crazy Naruto showed zero regard for his son being right there on the battlefield with him, so you already know, Father Sasuke had to go scoop him up right quick. So you get these scenes, these cubes hitting Ishiki, or at least about to. And while Ishiki is distracted by these cubes, straight up Naruto blitzes this dude and punches this dude to the ground, bro. Like, this shit had me shook. And then once again, Ishiki goes and he tries to run up on Naruto. Naruto dodges and then punches him in the gut. Kind of really, and then like kicks him. He goes flying once again. And then you kind of get this scene where Ishiki uses those chakra poles and he just launches them, and freaking like a badass, Naruto just grabs them, all of them just in his hand, as he just looks at him like, boy, do you really think you could hit me with them damn poles? Freaking, even Sasuke stated that Naruto's so quick that even with Sasuke's Sharingan, he could barely keep up with those high-speed chakra rods. But Naruto, he was able to see them and be able to react quick enough to be able to grab them. That in itself is crazy. And then you kind of get this scene with Amato and Kawaki kind of like talking about the chakra arm. like at first when they brought up the chakra arm, I kind of figured that'd be more of a, I guess you could say, a sign showing that, oh, Naruto has passed, because obviously when his chakra's gone, his arm will fall off. In the next panel, you kind of see the toll that this new form is having on Naruto. Both Sasuke and Ishiki kind of realize this, as Boruto kind of just lays on the ground trying to stay conscious, but he ends up passing out. Then you kind of get this scene where Ishiki's like, I get it now, this tremendous power comes with a risk, you're killing yourself, you're just sacrificing your life, it's a whole gamble at the end of the day. So then you kind of get this scene where they're looking at each other, and then you get this one scene, Ishiki just starts bleeding, man coughs the blood, and he's like, what the hell's happening? And then you kind of get this scene where he's like, I taken so much damage, and he doesn't know how. I'm guessing it's because every punch that Naruto gives him, like, it kind of messes up his internal organs. That's kind of my guess. I'm not really sure. We kind of will get more info in the next chapter, I guess. Then you kind of get the scene where Naruto completely disregards his hurt self and charges forward. And you kind of get this scene with Kurama. He kind of explains how this power is different from all his other power-ups. Kind of like, I'm not really going to get into it completely, but if you want to see a video on me explaining all his different chakra modes, let me know. I'll definitely put that out as soon as possible. Then you kind of get this scene with Ishiki. He's like, he did have 20 hours left, like, for his vessel. But now, after getting his ass beat by Naruto, that 20 hours turns into 30 minutes. Then you kind of get even more of a fighting scene. Kind of Naruto going back and forth with Ishiki. Naruto headbutts him. Ishiki's like, what the fuck? And punches him. And then Naruto's like, bitch, please. And then kicks him in the freaking chest. And then they just kind of been going back and forth. Then Ishiki hits the ground. Naruto completely hops on top of him and starts punching his face while Ishiki's on the ground. And in this whole part, each punch is just draining the time that Ishiki has to get the karma mark onto Kawaki again. His time does end up going down to 20 minutes, or no, not 20, 10 minutes. Ends up going back down to 10 minutes. Ishiki ends up pinning Naruto, has his hand around his throat and shit. And then you kind of get this scene where Kawaki's talking about the chakra arm. His arm starts to malfunction, kind of act all weird and shit. And so I'm guessing at this point, this is where the teleportation starts to kick in, and his arm just teleports Kawaki. Everybody in the room, Amato, Shikamaru, Samire, and the doctor, I don't remember his name, they're all just shook. They're like, what the hell? What the fuck just happened? Kawaki ends up teleporting to the battlefield. Naruto shook as hell, and Ishiki starts laughing. He's just like, the link between that arm and Naruto's chakra is what led him here. The teleportation gave him a spot to land, basically. It was like a beacon, basically. I'm guessing that's how you could kind of explain it. And then the end of the chapter kind of leaves off with a panel of Sasuke just like, damn, no way, this is bad. Then you get Boruto, and then you get Boruto's eye opening. Now, I don't know if this is his Jogan or if it's Momoshiki. My guess is Momoshiki. The eye doesn't look like it's the Jogan to me, so I'm guessing in the next chapter Momoshiki is taking over Boruto's body once again, and we're gonna see the kind of, I guess you're gonna see like the play out. We're gonna see Momoshiki's relationship with Ishiki, see what side Momoshiki takes. Because he knows how his clan works, and he'll know he'll end up probably being a sacrifice for the fruit. So we'll see. I don't know how Momoshiki will react. We'll have to wait until December 20th to be able to kind of see how this turns out. Honestly, this chapter was really good. I'm gonna give it like a good 9, 8 out of 10. I was kind of looking for more when it came to the fighting sequences, but we kind of got the same hand-to-hand combat, which is dope. I love that. We got to see Chaka arms, him throwing those bricks and stuff, which is great. So honestly, that was it for the chapter. If you liked, please drop a like, subscribe, notifications on, share. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.